Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive.
Yeah.
For those just joining us for the first time, we like to take fascinating sources that you guys provide.
Right.
And we like to really kind of extract the most interesting and thought-provoking insights. And this time, we are diving headfirst into the world of Tantra.
Ooh.
It's a first-hand account of a spiritual experience
Okay.
during a tantric ritual. This is in early 20th century India.
All right.
And believe me, this is a wild ride.
I'm ready.
Okay, so what's really fascinating about this is that this account comes from somebody who dedicated 12 years
Wow.
to studying Tantra and its practitioners.
Okay.
But he started his journey deeply skeptical, even going as far as to call Tantra a farce.
Really?
So it makes his eventual experience even more powerful because, he was coming at it from a place of
doubt.
Yeah, of doubt, exactly.
Right. It's not just some abstract philosophy.
Right.
This is somebody who's actually confronting the raw energy
Yes.
of these ancient practices.
I like it. All right, so this all starts in early 1900s India
Oh.
with our author,
All right.
armed with his sketchbook and a hefty dose of doubt.
Okay.
And he's setting out to document the world of Tantra.
All right.
And his journey leads him to the Vakreshwar temple in Bengal.
Okay.
And this place is known for a particularly intense form of Tantra called Virachara.
Virachara.
Virachara, yeah.
So this is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
Imagine, like, you're on a hero's journey. You're battling your inner demons, you're pushing your limits, you're striving for spiritual growth.
Right.
That's really the essence of Virachara.
Okay.
Tantra categorizes men into 3 types.
Okay.
The Pashu, the Vira, and the Divya.
All right.
So the Pashu is like an animal completely unaware of spiritual matters.
Gotcha.
The Vira
is
the hero actively engaged in spiritual practice, confronting these inner challenges.
Okay.
And the Divya is the divine being having transcended all limitations. So Virachara is specifically for the Vira, the spiritual warrior, battling it out.
So this Vakreshwar temple, it wasn't just a temple, it's like a hub for Virachara.
Yes.
The author even describes the cremation grounds there as having like a strange energy even in broad daylight.
Huh.
It's almost like the place itself was imbued with something otherworldly.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And it's within this charged environment that we are introduced to a figure shrouded in mystery.
Ooh.
An Aghori Baba.
An Aghori Baba. Okay.
This Aghori Baba was something else.
Okay.
Living an incredibly austere life, completely isolated in the cremation grounds.
Wow.
Local accounts even claim that he consumed brain matter every 3 days as part of his practice.
That sounds pretty
intense, right?
Intense.
But it speaks volumes about the intensity of his commitment.
Yes, the level of dedication to his spiritual path. And despite, or maybe even because of these unconventional practices, he was deeply revered. People wouldn't dare disturb him.
Right.
They recognized him as something more than just a man.
Yeah. And then things take a truly unexpected turn.
What happens?
Out of nowhere, tantrikas from all over India start converging on Vakreshwar, drawn by this Aghori Baba's telepathic call to participate in a chakra puja. It's a gathering for a powerful and secretive ritual.
All right.
Imagine receiving a telepathic invitation.
That's wild.
It really highlights the level of spiritual attainment we're dealing with here.
So a chakra puja, which translates to circle worship, is not something to be undertaken lightly. It's considered one of the highest forms of worship in Tantra.
Gotcha.
And it's shrouded in secrecy. Details are rarely shared publicly, especially with the uninitiated.
Yeah. But our author, driven by that irresistible mix of fear and fascination, and maybe a little journalistic instinct too, decides to observe from a hidden spot in the cremation grounds.
He's got to see what's going on.
He's got to see it.
He can't resist the allure of the unknown, even though he was clearly apprehensive about what he might witness.
Yeah, and remember, at this point, he still viewed a lot of Tantra with a skeptical eye.
With that skeptical eye.
So picture this.
Okay.
The night of the new moon.
Okay.
Amavasya. The darkest night of the month.
Right.
The Tantrikas form a circle.
Okay.
With the Aghori Baba and his female counterpart, his Bhairavi, at the center.
His Bhairavi, okay.
And this Bhairavi was no ordinary participant.
Okay.
She was a senior tantrika who had journeyed all the way from Bangladesh to be there.
Wow, so this wasn't just a casual gathering. Good. This was a convergence of serious practitioners from every corner of the subcontinent.
It was the real deal.
The real deal.
And then the ritual begins.
Right.
Meat, fish, alcohol, specially prepared grains.
Yep.
Each element meticulously consumed.
Right.
Accompanied by specific mantras.
Okay.
It's a carefully orchestrated progression.
Yeah.
Building toward something powerful.
But it's important to remember that this isn't about simply indulging in these substances.
Right.
Each element, each act is infused with symbolic and spiritual significance.
Okay.
The whole ritual is designed to elevate consciousness.
Right.
To forge a deeper connection to the divine.
Then as the ritual intensifies, the Puravi takes center stage.
Okay.
For a full hour, she sits before the Aghori Baba undergoing an elaborate preparation involving mantras and visualizations.
So essentially, she's being prepared to become a vessel for the divine energy,
right,
being invoked through the ritual.
Yeah.
This is a crucial step in the process.
And then the Aghori with the Puravi seated on his left thigh,
okay,
both in specific mudras,
okay,
begins his own intense chanting.
All right.
Suddenly, a bolt of lightning rips through the darkness, illuminating the entire scene.
And what the author sees in that flash of light is utterly transformative.
Oh.
It's a moment that shatters his preconceived notions.
Wow.
And changes everything.
Okay.
The Aghori is gone. In his place sits Shiva himself, flowing hair snakes, Trishula and Parvati by his side.
Wow.
It's such a powerful vision that the author actually faints from the sheer force of it.
That's incredible.
This wasn't just a hallucination or trick of the light.
Right.
This was the raw power of a perfectly executed tantric ritual.
Wow.
The actual manifestation of the deity within the practitioner.
It's like a window into a reality that completely transcends our everyday understanding.
Absolutely.
But what's really remarkable is that the Aghori, even in this elevated state, was aware of the hidden observer.
Oh.
He instructed one of the crematorium workers to care for the author.
Wow.
Knowing he wasn't prepared for such an intense experience.
That's amazing.
It's such a compassionate act, especially considering the Aghori's intense practices.
Yeah, it highlights that while these practices can lead to profound experiences, they're not to be taken lightly.
Right.
There's a reason for the secrecy, the initiation, the gradual progression in Tantra.
Right. It's like throwing somebody into the deep end without teaching them how to swim.
Exactly.
The unprepared mind, when confronted with that kind of raw, unfiltered spiritual energy, can be completely overwhelmed.
Absolutely. Our preconceived notions of reality, our skepticism, even our fears, they can all be shattered in the face of such a profound encounter.
It really makes you wonder what else is out there, what other mysteries are hidden just beyond our current understanding.
And that brings us to a crucial point.
Okay.
After this experience, the Aghori Baba imparts a powerful message.
Okay.
Emphasizing that the divine exists everywhere, even in things we might consider impure or filthy.
Really?
It's a radical shifting perspective.
Yeah.
It's like that famous Upanishadic saying, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahman. Everything is Gaur. Brahman Tantra doesn't shy away from what we often deem taboo or unconventional.
Right.
Instead, it embraces all aspects of existence as potential pathways to the divine. It's like saying that the divine is hiding in plain sight, woven into the very fabric of reality.
Right. And this story isn't just about the techniques or the rituals themselves.
Right.
It's about the attitude, the intention behind them.
Absolutely.
That's where the real power lies.
That's where the power is.
So it's not about going through the motions, but about approaching these practices with a sense of reverence and sacredness.
Absolutely. The Aghori Baba stresses this point. It's not some fringe activity.
Right.
It's a genuine form of worship.
Yeah.
A way of connecting with the divine that permeates everything.
This whole experience, as shocking as it was for the author, actually points towards a very specific state that advanced tantric practitioners aim to achieve.
Oh, really?
Right.
Tell me more.
So you're talking about Mahabhav Samadhi.
Mahabhav Samadhi.
It's a state of profound absorption in the divine achieved through intense practice.
Right.
Where the deity literally manifests within the practitioner.
Wow.
So the Aghori Baba becoming Shiva wasn't just a metaphor or a vision.
Right.
It was a literal embodiment of the divine.
Precisely. And this idea of divinizing oneself, becoming one with the deity, is a core goal in Tantra.
Okay, so we have the ritual.
Yeah.
We have the intention.
Yes.
And then we have this incredible transformation.
Okay.
How does it all work? What's the mechanism?
The story beautifully illustrates how the correctly performed ritual, the awakening of the mantra, and ultimately this state of oneness with the deity are all interconnected.
It's like a chain reaction.
Exactly.
Each element building upon the previous one.
Exactly. The ritual acts as a catalyst.
Right.
The mantra becomes a conduit, and the practitioner merges with the divine energy they've invoked.
That's mind-blowing.
It's pretty wild.
And this brings us to a topic that often sparks a lot of curiosity and even controversy when it comes to Tantra.
Yeah.
The role of sex.
Ah, yes. Tantra doesn't view orgasm simply as a physical act.
Right.
It sees it as a potent energy that can be harnessed and transmuted for spiritual purposes.
So it's not about indulging in pleasure for pleasure's sake.
Exactly. There are specific techniques involved, techniques for controlling and internalizing the energy of orgasm, for using it to fuel the spiritual ascent.
So instead of leading to depletion, it's almost like redirecting that energy.
Yes.
Using it to awaken higher states of consciousness.
That's the idea.
Right.
The goal is to transcend the typical experience of orgasm and tap into its transformative potential.
Right.
But it's a complex and nuanced aspect of Tantra, one that's often misunderstood.
Absolutely. And it's crucial to emphasize that these techniques are designed for a very specific context.
Right.
They're not just tools for sexual enhancement or something to be taken lightly.
That's where things can get misinterpreted, leading to all sorts of misguided practices.
Right.
The context, the intention, the reverence. Right. All of these are absolutely crucial for understanding the true power and purpose of these techniques.
It's like taking a powerful medicine.
Right.
Without understanding the dosage or the potential side effects, it could be incredibly dangerous.
Precisely. And this story underscores the importance of approaching these practices with respect, humility, and a deep understanding of their transformative potential.
It's a powerful reminder that true spiritual practice often challenges our conventional thinking.
Absolutely.
It pushes us beyond our comfort zones, forcing us to confront aspects of ourselves that we might prefer to keep hidden.
Yeah, we have to face those shadow selves.
Right. It's almost like this whole story is about transformation.
Yes.
Not just for the Aghori Baba, but potentially for anyone willing to delve into these practices with the right intention and guidance.
It's about shedding our preconceived notions, embracing the full spectrum of existence, and ultimately realizing our own potential for connection with the divine. It's pretty inspiring when you think about it.
So we may not be engaging in these intense tantric rituals in cremation grounds. But what can we as listeners take away from this incredible story?
I think it's about recognizing the sacred in the seemingly mundane. That spark of the divine within ourselves and in all things. It's about approaching life with reverence, curiosity, and a willingness to look beyond the surface.
To see the extraordinary within the ordinary.
Exactly, to challenge our skepticism and embrace the possibility that there's more to reality than we currently perceive.
Wow, what a journey. This deep dive has been a real glimpse into the power of tantric practice and its potential for profound transformation.
Absolutely.
What stands out to you from this story? What questions does it raise about the nature of reality, spiritual experience, and our own potential? Share your thoughts and reactions in the comments below.
Let us know.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Tantra, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more explorations into fascinating topics. Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
Keep diving deep.
Keep diving deep.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.